Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for another episode of
Short and Scaries.
I'm your host, Elaine Cheney, and this is the Minisode where I scour the interwebs for scary stories that aren't too long. It's a holdover until the main episode on Friday, which, by the way, you guys are not going to want to miss. We have some great topics to talk about, and my guest co-host is famous author and friend Joseph Stone, so make sure to tune in for that. But today, what I wanted to talk about is probably one of my favorite topics to talk about, and that is glitch in the Matrix stories. I've done episodes on it. I've actually done a TikTok, and I asked people if they've ever had a glitch in the Matrix stories, and there was so many. In fact, it was one of the most viral TikToks I've ever had. If you don't follow me on TikTok, you should. Follow me at Wait What 3A's podcast.com. Wait, what? Podcast.com. And if you're unfamiliar with Glitch in the Matrix stories, well, strap on, because you're probably going to love it as much as I do. And you probably, if you dig deep, probably have a Glitch in the Matrix story of your own. But the official definition that pops up when you Google is Glitch in the Matrix stories are first-hand accounts of some small but puzzling occurrences that have no logical explanation. The name comes from the movie The Matrix, where a glitch drew someone's attention to the fact that they were in a simulation. It is a trip, and there are tons of stories out there, but I chose a few that were probably one of the ones that kind of blew my mind, and hopefully blows your mind. Without further ado, here's some creepy ones I found on Reddit and Mink.com. This is from Reddit user Saiku ni Happy. When I was about 15, I remember having a dream, but all it was black and talking. I remember hearing my mom saying, "It's almost done, you're doing great, it's gone." But I didn't think anything of it. About 3 months later, my earrings got embedded inside my ears. What the is that's a thing? New fear unlocked, you guys. Anyways, and I had to go to the hospital to get them cut out. What? That's scary in itself. While there, they sprayed freeze spray onto my ear. The spray went into my ear and obviously touched my eardrum, knocking me out. This is just a terrible experience. But I could still, hear things. While I was out, all I saw was black, and my mom said the exact same things to me that I heard in my dreams the few months before. No one believes me, but it was crazy. See, this is why I am a big proponent of writing things down when you dream about it. I mean, this girl was lucky she remembered it. This one was an unknown Reddit user, and she thoroughly believed they died. I died. I saw it. I lived it. Either was another world with a version of me that died I saw, or I'm going crazy. But, in capital letters, I died. We had a pep rally in school, and after it was finished, we had to go back to class. Well, my friend and I were not into that, so we wanted to cross the street to Sonic. Don't blame him. Sonic is good. Across the school, there is not, especially the tots. Okay, I'll get back to this. Across the school, there is not heavy traffic, but if you don't pay attention, you could get hit. Well, I remember walking with him, and he dropped something, so I went across the street first. I just saw a red Tahoe heading right for me, and I got hit. I remember everything. I remember gasping for air. I remember waking up and sleeping again. Then nothing. All of a sudden, I was back in the stadium again, and the exact same words came out of the principal's mouth. My friend wanted to go get Sonic, but I was freaking out. I was asking him everything. I thought it had to be a dream, so I went with him just to see what would happen. He dropped his stuff again, and I waited. To my horror, a red Tahoe showed up. I told him I'm going back to school. I ain't dying again. I can still see the other version of me on that street, just messed up, not even moving. Ooh. It's cool that he got a do-over, but he didn't go to Sonic, so I don't know if he played that version right. Because those tots with some chili cheese, fantastic. This Short and Scaries is sponsored to you by Sonic. No, it isn't, but I wish. This is from Reddit user Kerwapple. I remember being pretty young, like 9 or 10, and I was at a car park of a pub in England, Southend. I remember seeing someone in their teens in the window of a house looking over the car park. They waved at me, and I felt like I knew them somehow. My parents asked who I was waving at, and I said, "Just some lady in the window over there." Didn't think much of it. Fast forward 10 years, I was at my nan's new house. I remember walking into her room, going to the window, and suddenly realizing I was in the house looking over the same parking lot and remembering that interaction years before. Then a girl around 9 or 10 who was in the car park waved at me, and I waved back. I felt like I knew her. Oh, girl, you did know her. That was you. It's your young version waving at your old version. I wish that could happen where you could encounter your young version. Because if it was me, I would talk to high school me before high school me bought a car. And I'd be like, you know what? Maybe don't get a Mustang where you can't reach the pedals and you have to sit on a throw pillow to be able to see above the dash. Maybe the Mustang is not made for you, tiny little Asian girl. Go get a Honda like your dad said. Anywho, that is all for today's Short and Scaries. Patreon members, do not forget you have another episode waiting for you on Patreon. Being part of the Patreon is such an easy thing to do. Just go to patreon.com/wait what, and you, for as small as $1, could get extra content, new secret podcast, and also an additional Short and Scaries every week. By the way, if you have a Short and Scaries that you think would be perfect for the Minisode, please email me at wait.what3as.show@gmail.com or direct message me on any of the social media accounts, and your story could be part of the Short and Scary stories. How cool would that be? Thanks for joining me today, guys. Hope you got scared by these shorts. What? All right, I'll just say bye. Bye.